So there is an update inside the Firebase website also. So let me show you. So I'm going to click the project that we have just created in the last tutorial. So I'm just going to click on it and blam, you can see it is completely a different window from what we have seen before. Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back to the brand new Android Firebase tutorial, and today in this video we are going to have a look at that updated version of Android Studio and how to use the Firebase inside the latest version of Android Studio, which is 3.0. So from the last two tutorials I have recorded it using the Android Studio version 2.3, and as of now the Android Studio got a update and now Android Studio is actually 3.0. So let's go to the Android Studio. Before going to do whatever else what we are supposed to do in this video, we have to make sure our project, which is the Firebase app, is ready to go with the latest version of Android Studio, in which the gradle has been updated. So right now, as you can see, it is Android Studio 3.0 and everything is same as what we have seen before, but we have some updates that we have to bring into our project. So as I said, our project is actually created while the Android Studio was 2.3, and now we have to simply change some of the things inside our project to make sure that the project is compatible with the Android Studio 3.0. So the first thing is, first you have to go to this app level gradle file, and you can see we have the compile, which have to be replaced with the implementation. So Android Studio 3.0 have the implementation instead of this compile, so we have to add implementation on each cases. So once you're done, you have to simply go and click on this sync now. So in the meantime, we can go to the Firebase website, and now we have the Firebase website, the official website, the homepage. So there is an update inside the Firebase website also. So let me show you. So I'm going to click the project that we have just created in the last tutorial. So I'm just going to click on it and blam, you can see it is completely a different window from what we have seen before. So right now the Firebase window has been updated into what we have seen right now on the screen, and they have actually arranged each and everything according to the category. So there's going to be the development, and there's going to be stability, and I guess that I'm the first one inside the YouTube to discuss about the latest version of Firebase. I'm so happy and excited about that. So in this video I will show you that what are the things that you can do with the Firebase. So first off, we have the develop tab, and inside that we have the authentication. So this authentication is going to enable your app to just connect with the Google account and just adding the sign up or signing or a login process. So in the authentication you will get the number of users who is joined into your Android app, and what are the things they are doing with, what are the things that they are doing inside your Android app and things like that. And next comes the database, in which you can find the database. There is nothing other than just database. It can able to just kind of storing data, and in the real time it can able to sync it, and the syncing process means that when the data is actually updated, then your application will be automatically receiving that information from the Firebase server, and according to that there will be changes inside your Android app which is actually linked with the Firebase. So the next thing comes the storage, which I don't actually have to tell you guys. It is simply storing data like the images, videos, audios, or any other kind of data files. So next comes the hosting. It can be made use for just serving your kind of web data and hosting your website and things like that. So next comes the function, which is actually beta, and I will be discussing it maybe in the upcoming tutorials. So now let's jump into the second category, which is the stability, and inside that you can see we have the crash reporting, which is pretty much clear by its name itself. It is crash reporting, and it will let you know whenever your app get crashed on a device of your user. You might have seen this before in many applications that says the application has been closed? Do you want to send the report to the server for the assistance regarding this issue and things like that? So same thing applying to our app. It is going to send the data of that what made the app to crash on that device, and the data will be transferred into this Firebase so that we can able to check what is the issue with the app and things like that. So the next thing comes the performance. So in the performance, I will show you the Android Studio. There is a new thing called Android Profiler. Okay, so right now I had some issues with the gradle, and it's actually fixing it right now. Okay guys, so as you can see now it's completed, and right now updating this compile into this implementation part only applies to the people who are following me when the Android Studio was in the previous version, or the people who were having the Firebase project, which is actually at the time before the gradle has been updated. So for those people, you can simply make changes like what I have done right now, and right now I have 0 number of errors. So maybe like you can copy the same methods that I have followed. So actually I changed the compile from here at this point, and also from these two, and now it is actually working perfect. And now the next thing is that what we have stopper is at this point. Yeah, this is this performance. So as you can see in the Android Studio, there is something called performance, which you can get if your API level version is higher than what I have selected right now. So actually the performance is nothing but simply something that help you understand the performance of your Android app in different kind of devices that your users have been using. So this will help you to understand that if your Android app is working perfect or not. So next comes the text lab. Yeah, this applies almost same as what we have said in the performance. It will help you to understand the working experience of your Android app in different kind of devices. So the next thing comes this analytics, which has another wide range of items. First comes the dashboard. So the dashboard will help you to understand the number of users who are using your app right now, and also for the time stamps like last 30 minutes, last 1 hour, 2 hour, maybe like last 1 day, and maybe you can choose it manually according to you. Next comes the event, and maybe like we'll be discussing all this in the upcoming tutorials, because it's gonna be taking a lot of time if you are going to discuss each and every single thing. So we have this grow, which we can use this kind of notification is here. I don't know why it kept here. So the thing is that the push notification is kept inside this grow, and I believe it is actually push notification because I haven't used this updated version of Firebase. There is the Admob, which will help you to understand that amount of money you are getting paid for that special kind of ad placed on your app, whether it can be banner ad, industrial and native, or many other kind of ads. So we actually discussed about the ad placement inside the Android development tutorial, and just in case if you miss it, then you can watch it over here. So finally we have to discuss about the pricing. So as you can see right now we are on the free version, which is called as Spark, and we have a button to upgrade it. So as you can see in the small window, it will tell you the pricing. So we are on the Spark, in which we have a limitation on using this Firebase, and next we have the Flame and the Blaze. So the Flame is much better than the Spark, and the Blaze is much better than the Flame. So let's go for the full detail on the pricing. So you can see we have some of the limitation. So comparing the Spark with the Flame and Blaze plans, you can see we have almost some of the free options, and the limitation comes at the database and some other places. Like you can see it is 100 in case of the Spark, which means that simultaneous connection is going to be 100, which actually means that only 100 people can use your app at a single time. So that means if there is more than 100 people, then there will be some kind of delay or something like that when your app is actually going to connect with the Firebase server. So if you are in the Flame pan, then you will get 100,000 people at the same time, and we also get this GB stored and it is only 1 GB in case of this free version. And yeah, you can I will be also adding the link to this pricing just in case if you want to look into that separately. Okay, so now that's for this tutorial, and in the next tutorial onwards I'm pretty sure that we can start the coding inside the Android Studio. So it's been a long time that I'm wasting your time on this Firebase website and just adding some other things inside the Gradle. So hope that we can start the coding inside the Android Studio from the next tutorial onwards. So the first thing will be going to just add some kind of variable of this Firebase inside our Android app and start sending or receiving some kind of data into our Android app using the Firebase server. So stay tuned, and yeah, as always, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Peace out.